Welcome to Dr. Coco's Kitchen. My name is Dr. Chanel, but in my kitchen, they call me Dr. Coco, where I am curating cultured and authentic food and wine experiences through simple pairings. But before you can get to any real food and wine experience, it's all in your prep. And one major part of your prep is the knives, right? So we're gonna have knife talk today. I have two sets of luxury knives, one in which I'm gonna spend a little bit more time discussing that I recently got. So I have this set of Wolf, well, let me pause and give you a background story. Okay, so I don't know if you've watched any of my previous videos, but my knives were busted and disgusted and just dull. I was struggling with my knife game so much to where my friends came to visit and they're just like, girl, you need some new knives. I was like, okay, I think I broke one. I was like, okay, I think I need to just take the plunge and just actually get some new knives, but I didn't know. And so I spent a little while researching knives. And then one day, Santa Claus just dropped off this gorgeous set of Japanese Miyabi knives. And if you know anything about knives, this is like the creme de la creme of knives. And so I have three in which I've affectionately named. And then I have these three wolf knives. So I'm going to briefly go over my wolf knives, and then we're going to spend some time talking about my new babies over here. So this first knife is a high carbon German steel 7-inch Sentoku knife by Wolf. And it's very heavy, which is something that I had to grapple with because I have small hands. And you want your knife to kind of typically be a little bit lighter when you're cutting, but this is good for like cutting meat. If I'm cutting like chicken or just something that's a little bit harder to get through, but I haven't sharpened it as much as I should, but this is just a standard knife that you would use to cut poultry and things of that nature. Maybe some vegetables, nothing too crazy. My second knife, oh, this is the one that I broke in the dishwasher. This is why you do not put your knives in the dishwasher. This is why I have new knives. So somebody put this knife in the dishwasher and it broke. This is a standard 6-inch chef knife. So just a basic, like a chef knife is like a multi-purpose knife. Nothing, I can't even use it anymore because the tip is broken off, but I paid so much for the knives that I was just like, I'm just gonna keep it. So it's kept. And my last knife, I do use this knife a lot because, you know, I absolutely love a good charcuterie and wine pairing. So this is a cheese knife, my 5-inch cheese knife. And I think this is one of my most used knives. So it has the perforated edge, and it also has this little, I don't even know what to call this little 2-piece thing, but it allows me to open the cheese easily because I'll just slide this through the plastic and it'll open the cheese for me. And then the perforated edge cuts.
Okay, so talk about cutting through the cheese again.
The perforated edge cuts through the cheese very easily. And so this is a nice knife I use very often because I'm always making a little cheese board here and there. So now that we got these out the way, I don't throw them off like that, but that's like the old thing. It's the new thing. Here are my new babies. This is Big Bank Hank. I've named all my knives. I've already told you that. This sucker right here, this bad boy, I believe this is the 8-inch chef's knife. But I want you to get as close as you can. I'm not even gonna lean my finger on the tip because this knife is sharp as can be. But this is a stainless steel knife as well. It is very light. The handle is sleek. It's black and red, like a black wood grain. This knife cuts through anything. Like I haven't used it and it's not cut through something. Bones, all of the above. Like that's why I call it Big Bank Hank, because like this is the heavy hitter right here. And it clearly says not dishwasher safe on the inside. So you do not put your good knives in the dishwasher because they'll end up like the little medium baby over there. Okay, just a lemon. I'm not gonna apply a lot of pressure because I don't need to with Big Bang Hank. I'm gently, it's already cut the skin of the lemon just that short. I just put it on there and did. Just like that. It's like butter. It's literally like cutting butter. My cutting board, if you were to get a close-up of this cutting board, I've been using Big Bang Hank because I'm a little obsessed. It has all of the knife marks in it, so I even have to be mindful of the surface that I'm cutting on with Big Bang Hank because, and you gotta say the whole thing, you gotta say Big Bang Hank, right? If I'm not mindful of the surface that I'm cutting on, you can and will cut the surface as well. So that's just a little thing for you to think about in the event you purchase that knife. So this knife, this is a smaller knife and I call her Miss Jackson. It's a long story. I'll tell you about it one day, but it won't be today, but this is Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. This is a smaller knife that you can use to cut small veggies, dice your parsley, like veggies, herbs, things of that nature. I don't know what size this is, but this is also stainless steel. When you don't need something as big as Big Bang, you know, Big Bang Hank cuts something as small as lemons or as large as a raw potato, and it can cut a raw potato because I've done it before and it was just as easy to cut the raw potato as it is to cut the lemons that I just showed you. But this is Miss Jackson. Honestly, out of the three that I have from this set, this is probably my least used knife, but that's just because I go big or small, there's no in between. But she gets the job done. Actually, I'm not even gonna put it back in there because I have something else that I'm gonna share. And then the last one, this is CC right here. CC is small, but powerful. CC will slice your fingernail off. Now, I don't mean like an acrylic nail. She'll probably slice your finger off.
Wait for it to stop.
Everybody wants to call me. I'm having knife talk. Just gonna keep calling like a telemarketer. You might say something because I'm doing a review on the knives you got me for Christmas.
Oh.
I know you're gonna get some good edits out of that. Feel it in my spirit. Okay, Miss Jackson, sorry Miss Jackson. No, this is Cece actually. More so she's been the culprit off of chopping off some of my nails. I don't wear acrylic, I just wear gel polish. And if you're not careful when you're slicing, that's why you obviously should slice like with your fingers kind of back so you don't chop one off. But in the event you forget, because like I said, CC is so small, but she's powerful and you forget, you know, your proper knife skills with it, she will slice your nail off. Trust me, this is from personal experience. But this is my little small but powerful last knife. So now what I have next is a magnetic knife holder that I'm going to unbox with you all. Just got this yesterday actually. So I didn't want to I've been putting my knives in and out of boxes, the boxes that they came in. And I got tired of doing that. And I was like, these things are so beautiful. They need to be on display, like in a museum. My kitchen is a museum for all things beautiful that relate to food and wine. I just made that up on the spot. And my knives need to be displayed in such a way. So this is the Schmidt Brothers Cutlery black downtown block. I purchased black because the handle on Big Bang Hank, Miss Jackson and CC is black. And let me tell you a little bit about this one. It's downtown block. It stores 16 knives and it's an open showcase for your knife configuration. It's good for universal knife storage. It has a double-sided magnets on the display. And one thing I really like, it has the acrylic protection covers. So that's a feature of this knife block. That's what I considered. Unfortunately, Miyabi didn't have a knife block because I would have just got Miyabi, obviously. But like I said, this one is black and has the wood grain. Oh, this sucker's heavy. The wood grain, just like the handle of my knives has. Okay, it's pretty heavy. It's not light, but this is to be on display, so. Ooh, this is, I don't know what material this is, but it's soft at the bottom. This is steel, and then it has the acrylic on each side. This is a magnet. This whole block is magnet. And so it's double-sided, has a little customer card in here, a magnetic universal storage block. It says, use your knives often, keep them sharp, make great food. And I'm gonna do all those things. So how does this work? Oh, it's in there. That's how it works. Where's Big Bank? Oh, Big Bank Hank needs to be cleaned. It's hotline bling. Thank you. Oh, and I also knows it has something on the end of this one too, but okay, so here's Big Bang Hank. Slides in there very nicely. Then we'll put the wolf down here. Wolf number 1, and then wolf number 2. And I'll probably reorganize these, I don't really know, just depends on how I feel. But this is the formation of my knives for right now. Okay, now I'm gonna include a little bit of extra details just about the specs of each knife, but I hope you enjoyed this episode when we're having a little bit of knife talk. I'm gonna also include like how to care for them as well, just how to clean them. Oh, before I finish. And I have a sharpener because it's important to clean your knives a certain way, not put them in the dishwasher. Don't let them sit in water because they will rust. Clean them with a soft cloth because they're stainless steel so they don't get any scratches on them. And also sharpen your knife. And like I said, this Miyabi sharpener is actually pretty easy. It has 2 places for the blade to go. And I think that's all I want to share about our knife talk today. So if you like what you saw, be sure to comment, like, share, repost, thumbs up, subscribe, all the things for Dr. Coco's Kitchen. My name is Dr. Chanel. They call me Dr. Coco in here, and I'll see you next time.